Have you ever sat in a meeting with a business advisory service provider and just felt completely lost? Like you needed a special translator just to understand your own project? Well, you are not alone. Today, we're going to decode all that confusing language they use so you can cut right through the noise and demand the clarity you're paying for. Let's get right into it. You know the feeling, right? You're in your own conference room and you're being bombarded with words like synergy, paradigm shift, and disruptive innovation. And look, these terms are designed to sound super impressive, but more often than not, they just leave you scratching your head, wondering what on earth was actually said.
So, why does this kind of language even exist? I mean, what's the point? Well, as we're about to see, it's really a double-edged sword. It can serve a purpose, but that purpose isn't always to help you, the client.
Okay, so on the one hand, to be fair, for a team of insiders, jargon is kind of like a useful shorthand. It can speed up their internal communication. But for you, the person actually paying the bills, it does the exact opposite. It builds a wall, making it way harder to understand what's really happening with your own business. But let's be real, jargon is also used strategically. It's a fantastic way to create this aura of expertise, right? It makes the advisors seem like they've got all the secret answers. And maybe more importantly, it's an incredible tool for masking uncertainty when deep down they don't actually have a clear solution. So let's get you armed with a decoder ring. We're going to do a quick fire round through some of the most common buzzwords you are definitely going to hear from business advisory service providers, and we'll translate what they really mean. First up, the all-time Hall of Famer, synergy. Now, officially, it means that when you combine two things, you get a result that's way bigger and better than the individual parts. You know, the classic 1 + 1 = 3. Sounds amazing, right? But in the real world, synergy is often just a fancy justification for a massive, expensive project. This promise of some magical benefit is thrown out there, but it is so rarely backed up with any hard numbers or actual proof. It's more of a hopeful wish than a guaranteed plan. All right, next up, the action plan. Now, this should be the absolute best part of any project, a clear, step-by-step roadmap that tells you exactly what to do to hit your goals. But here's the trap. What gets pitched as this crystal clear plan with milestones and accountability can very easily turn into a really vague to-do list. And that lack of specifics, well, it keeps the clock running, justifying more and more billable hours without ever committing to a firm result. Then you have low-hanging fruit. The idea here is simple. Let's just tackle the easiest tasks first. We'll get some quick wins on the board, show some progress, and build momentum. Sounds pretty smart and efficient, doesn't it? The reality, though, is that this can be a form of strategic avoidance. By focusing only on the easy stuff, the truly difficult, high-impact work, the whole reason you hired these experts in the first place, it just gets pushed off again and again. And who doesn't love the sound of a deep dive? It promises this incredibly thorough, meticulous investigation. They're going to get to the absolute bottom of the problem, leave no stone unturned. But a deep dive can also be the perfect stalling tactic. Yeah, it sounds super productive, but it can be used to stretch out the analysis phase forever, delaying a hard decision and, wouldn't you know it, extending the project. Look, this isn't just about some annoying words. This kind of vagueness has a real, tangible cost. It can, and it does, lead to actual business failures. Let me give you a quick example. A client asks for a complete market analysis. The provider comes back and says, whoa, let's not boil the ocean here, and they narrow the scope way down. The result? The client was completely blindsided by a new competitor they never saw coming because that so-called analysis missed the most critical part of the market. So the bottom line is that jargon carries some really serious risks. It leads to misalignment. You think you're getting one thing, they plan on delivering another. It wastes your time and money on work that's poorly defined, and eventually it just breaks the trust in that relationship.
But you don't have to just sit there and take it. Now, we get to the good part. Your jargon-busting toolkit. This is how you can launch a counteroffensive and fight for clarity.
It really comes down to 3 simple but super powerful tactics. First, just demand plain English. It's as simple as asking, hey, can you explain that in simple terms? Second, always ask for concrete examples and real data. And third, don't ever be afraid to politely challenge those vague statements until you get a specific answer you can actually use. Here are some actual phrases you can use tomorrow. Try paraphrasing back what you heard. Okay, so what I'm hearing is, just to confirm you get it. Ask them to define success. What does success look like here, specifically? And my personal favorite, how are we going to measure this? Oh, that one forces them to commit to something real. And here's the payoff, the beautiful transformation. You go from this nonsense sentence about leveraging holistic ecosystems to unlock value-add opportunities to something clear and measurable. We will increase your revenue by 15% by doing these specific things. See the difference? That's jargon versus a real business outcome. At the end of the day, this is about so much more than just being annoyed by confusing words. Pushing for clarity isn't just a preference, it's an absolute business imperative. When you champion plain language, you're not just making things simpler, you're building trust. You're creating an environment for real collaboration because everyone is finally on the same page. And most importantly, you drive better, faster decisions because they're based on information you can actually understand, not just smoke and mirrors. So the next time you're in a meeting or looking at an invoice, I want you to ask yourself this one simple question. Are you paying for clarity that drives results, or are you paying for complexity that just hides them? Because the choice to demand a clear path forward instead of getting lost in a tangled mess, well, that choice is entirely yours. Insist on substance, not just style, and you'll get the real impact you were looking for all along.